All right, so hope you all enjoy the new shirt. Just got that today. Went out to Universal Studios today. Had a great time, but I figured it was time to do a new Patreon request. Finally, have time to sit down and bang this out. Um, yeah, so we're gonna be doing another Patreon request from Gordon Rajani. Hope I'm saying that name right. And yeah, we're going to be doing, as you can see right here, Helluva Boss crossing over with Suicide Squad. So I hope you all enjoy Helluva Boss versus Suicide Squad. Or IMP versus Suicide Squad if you want to be more technical. Because I know someone's going to be like, actually, it's not really called Helluva Boss. The company is called IMP. The show is called Helluva Boss. I'm like, get. To which I say, get fucked. Anyway, so this story starts off in where else? Hell, and basically what it is that someone has arrived at IMP to ask them to kill someone like someone who deserves to go to hell. That person who has called on IMP's assistance, who has called upon their need, is the Rainbow Raider, a D-list Flash villain, and the Rainbow Raider is like, I need you to kill someone who deserves to go to hell, and Blitz is like, all right, who do you want me to send to hell? And he's like, Amanda Waller, and he's like, okay. So yeah, the IMP is headed up to Earth to go kill Amanda Waller, who, yeah, it's not just the Rainbow Raider, basically a bunch of dead villains who have all been killed in missions within the Suicide Squad, or killed by Waller for disobeying orders, have gathered together and like pooled their resources to hire IMP to finally kill to kill Waller, like just to not just to just kill her, but to bring her down to hell so they can just get rid of her herself. Because they're like, oh yeah, killing her is not going to be enough. We're going to bring her to hell because this is where she's going. We all know she ain't going to heaven. So when she comes to hell, then we get to have the real fun with her. Like she'll be tortured by us for eternity. This is going to be great. So that's the train of thought for all the dead villains. So IMP goes up to Earth, specifically the Bel Rev, breaks in and gets ready for a fight. However, of course, what's standing between them and them and Waller is what else? The Suicide Squad. So the Suicide Squad in here is a team made up of Deadshot, Captain Boomerang. Not so much the movie. It's more like the lineup, like some of the comic book lineup. Like you have Count Vertigo here. You have Nightshade. I did want to use King, like just for fun, just have King Shark here. So so IMP is clearly outmatched in this fight because they're like, yeah, we weren't expecting metahumans. Like they knew, like according to the world of Has-Been Hotel and Helluva Boss, according at least to Charlie's song, there are villains and anti-heroes, so it would stand to reason there are superpowered beings. So it may stand to reason that the people of Hell probably realize, oh yeah, there's probably like superheroes, but they weren't expecting to encounter metahumans. Like Blitz and the others were not expecting a metahuman resistance in this fight. Like they were not expecting that. Also, like when Blitz is about to get the initial shot off on Waller to put an end to this, Deadshot just shoots the gun right out of his hand. He's like, what happened? And then he's like, oh, I want that costume. He's more like enamored by all the superhuman costumes. And on the opposite end of that, the supervillains are like the supervillains are of Task Force X are like, hey, demons, great, we have to deal with these because they have fought demons before, so now they're like, fuck me, we have villains here. And I wanted to have like some fun interactions, like Harley Quinn versus Millie. Like I thought that would be so much fun. And you may be thinking, well, why not Harley Quinn versus Luna? Because that doesn't mesh. But like Harley and Millie would definitely try to like out crazy one another. That would be the best thing ever. Is to see like try to see like Harley and Millie try to like outgun and like out crazy one another. Because Millie, for lack of better word, is crazy. I would love to see like as for who could fight, who I would have match off with Luna. I would say like the one person who comes to mind is just for fun. I'd like to see like King Shark try to fight her, and this would not be like dumb King Shark. This would be like more accurate comic book King Shark, where it's like King Shark is a shark. And to which Luna would be like, and Luna is fucking over this. Like, the other thing is that Blitz is so enamored by other hero costumes, he's obsessed with making his own costume. And throughout the story, he would, like, make his own supervillain costumes and, like, parody other superheroes and villains throughout the story. Because he thinks he's like, yeah, that's what we need to be. We need to be, like, our own Suicide Squad. And Moxie's like, no, sir, we do not need to do that. But things equally get interesting because throughout this mission, they discover that there is something that Waller is holding on to that is like, ooh, this just got interesting and maybe an added bonus. The thing Waller is holding on to is the Get Out of Hell free card. If you don't know what that is, the Get Out of Hell free card is an actual thing where it was a card, a literal card that gets you out of hell, and it can only be used once. So when you die, you give it to the devil, and he'll let you go to heaven. So, yeah, that was a big thing, because villains from all the initial arc, not in Suicide Squad, but in Secret 6, everyone was after that card. And Waller's holding on to it because she knows she's going to go to hell, and there are going to be tons of villains there, and people she screwed over in her life, not just supervillains, but just people in general, that she's sent to hell, who are going to be waiting to kill her ass. So she's holding on to the Get Out of Hell free card. But when Blitz finds it, when he raids her office and takes it, he's like, oh, I could charge whatever I want. Like, I could just charge... Like, I could hold this as a bidding. I could, like, bid to the high... Like, I could go back to hell and sell this, like, in an auction and make a fuck ton of money. And that's what Blitz's idea is. So, when they go back to hell, because they fail to kill Waller, because at this point, Blitz is like, I got that Get Out of Hell free card, so we're going to sell that. So Task Force X chases after them, and it's a whole other romp through hell until finally the card's taken by Stolas, who rips it apart, and Task Force X is sent back to Earth. So, yeah. And also, since they didn't kill Waller, they didn't get paid. So, yeah, there you go. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much my Suicide Squad versus IMP story. You guys tell me in the comments below. What did you guys think of it? Once again, I'd like to thank Gordon for sending me the story. And as always, if you have a Patreon request that you would like to see done, just hit the link below to go to my Patreon. Hit the 4th tier there. And once you do, you can send me a request for anything to post here on YouTube. It can be a review, it can be a story idea, it can be anything, really. So once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I will see you next time in the Multiverse.